Alright, hardcore enduro fans, we got a good one today. It's a hard enduro style of trail ride. It's called Rincon, and we're doing the lower half today. Rincon's one of those trails that has no mercy. There's no time for the weak, and if you're having a bad day, it's going to eat you up. So if you're looking for a nice, easy trail ride, this is not for you. Now, I've done Rincon several times. This is the first time with my nephew Jayce and his friend Jayce. So they're gonna get to experience what hard enduro is all about. So I'm excited for them. So let's get to it.
Even hits 9 sometimes, and not a lot of people go up here. It's got a lot of exposure, it's got a lot of rocks, a lot of climbs, a lot of descents. It's just a great trail ride. But Jayce and Case are on 250s, and then I got the 450. Big heavy mama. Using the pack talk system so we can all communicate. Jayce is exploring the downhill already. See, that's where you got to get that pivot turn. Right there, or that way.
Now Jayce is coming off of broken arms, hasn't been riding in a long time. And then he's a little bit of a shorter rider. And riding on the hills like an Avenel and Bean, no problem. But the hard enduro, where you do a lot of dabbing, this is going to be a little bit of a struggle. But struggling is how you learn. And I'm trying to get the boys ready for their first hard enduro race. I want to do Grinding Stone next year, or possibly, if not ready, do the Donner hard enduro, which I did last year. So I'm trying to get their skills set for the hard enduro style of riding. Jayce is a little bit shorter, so he's going to have to learn how to overcome that on the parts where we do all the dabbing. In hard enduro, you do a lot of dab. Even the pros do a lot of walking the bikes to the rocks and stuff like that. So that's just something he's going to have to figure out.
It's gonna be a lot of that today.
Yeah, I'm already tired. I wasn't expecting that huge rock right there.
Just relax, you know, go at your own pace. This trail will get you.
Alright, we use these videos for a lot of education. You know, we watch them and see how we can improve what we did. I mean, we're having a good time, but we're still trying to improve our skills. So, a couple things for today was clutch control, being able to feather that clutch and tractor the bike through, keeping that wheel spin down. You know, there's times, when you can just goose in full throttle that sucker and get up a hill or a climb. And there's other times when you just want that back tire to just creep over the rocks so you keep traction. The other is not knowing how to bail on your bike and not let the bike pin you down. You know, there's a lot of sections where you'll fall and the bike will land on your leg, or you get trapped under there. You don't want that to happen. You want to be able to bail on the bike, pick the bike up, and keep on going. And then we're working on teamwork today. In hard enduro, none of the fans can help you, but hard enduro riders can help each other out. So, and they do that. You know, if you got a really hard obstacle, it's nice having someone help you push the bike over, or whatever, get you out of a jam, and then you help them out. So we're going to be doing that today, and even spotting in any exposure, cliffy areas where, you don't want to fall to the left or right because you're going to have a bad day. So learn how to be a spotter, set yourself up in a good position so that if someone does lean or lose their balance, you're able to catch them and save the day. It actually happened twice. So we got there's a spot up here above the bridge. Yeah, it's kind of washed out on the side, and you know it's like a 20-foot drop. And they've reinforced it with some wood. When I used to do this, it was no wood, so it was really sketchy. But you can go through, and I've gone through it by myself. But you know, it's a good time to teach them how to be a spotter and make sure that you get across safely. And actually, we needed it because I got through past the wood, and then I was trying to rush a little bit, and I lost my balance a little bit, and Jayce saved my bike from falling to the left. So, you know, it worked out. And then later on, I forget the other section we're at, but another sketchy spot, and I spotted, and then I caught Jayce when he lost his balance. So that worked out both times. So I think lesson was learned today on that. Anyways, enjoy the video. I know it's a long one, but I love watching these videos, and I like kind of seeing the whole thing. You know, when people cut out certain sections, I always go, I want to see that section, or even the struggle. I want to see the struggle that they had to get through, you know, because I'm always trying to learn, and I think it's great when I get to see the other people having a hard time, because I know I have a hard time a lot, and when you cut all that out, you know, you kind of miss half of the ride. Half of the ride is just making the mistakes and getting through it anyways.
All these little falls hurt your confidence, so just take your time, stay in control.
Confidence is big, you know. Once you start falling and struggling, confidence goes down, and then you're not charging hills the way you should be, or hitting obstacles the way you should be, and it can compound the mistakes, make the struggles even worse. So, you know, sometimes when I'm struggling really bad, I'll just stop, relax, take a breather, and then hit it again, and hopefully you get through. Once you start going through obstacles and you haven't fallen in a while, you know, your confidence starts going back up. You feel a rhythm, and you can start riding a lot better. Branch coming up. Every branch on this trail, I hit my head. Every time, never failed. Got here, we got a little step up. So Rincon has a bunch of step ups. The whole trail, there's these little rock ledges that you gotta zap them. You gotta just get that front tire, give a little throttle and get over it. You gotta have that confidence, and just pop the front tire, bam, right over it. I went to stop here. Put my left foot out, and it just kept going down. That was my bad right there, dumb mistake.
pump that back tire to just slowly turn over it. You just peel out, then there's no traction at all, and you won't go anywhere. There you go, nice control, just like that. Hard section here. You're gonna. So either got
All right, we got a rock garden here, and there's a cliff on the other side. So you gotta make a right-hand turn here through the rocks. It can be tough. So Case is coming back to help out, which is nice. Get through this rock section. You see Case is moving his back tire over. There's a lot of times you can, you know, you're struggling, that back tire's like caught on the lip of a rock. There, he lifted it there, but you can, if you just move the back tire over a couple inches, it clears that, or, you know, hits it at a lower angle. Here, I'm going to go to the left, and I go straight as much as possible. So I get the back tire clear of that rock, and then I'm going to pivot turn around to the right, which helps me avoid getting my back tire stuck on that lip.
And then you can use the clutch as a brake for the going downhill, controlling yourself.
The camera never shows how steep the cliffs are, the sides are, and but yeah, you don't want to fall left there. That would be a bad day. So Jayce walks his bike through, and that's good. You know, no shame in walking your bike through a hard section. Right here, I'm gonna make a bad choice. I come to the left a little too much, boom, and hit a rock, and that throws my front tire over. If I would have gone over to the right just 6 inches, I would have missed that and then sailed right up this end. But now I got a little bit of a struggle. My back tire is caught on a lip, so I gotta rock it back and give it a little bump to get it over and up there where Case is waiting. This is that area that's really washed out, steep. And you can get through it. I mean, I've done it by myself. I'm sure a lot of you have done it by yourself. But for these guys, especially for Jayce, you know, I wanted to see he sailed right up there. If I would have hit that line, that was perfect.
It's like textbook.
So you've got this really tight turn right here, and that's, you know, that's a steep drop off to the left down to the creek. It's about 20-25 feet. They added that wood little railing there. When I first was coming here a couple years ago, there was no wood railing there, so someone added that.
Yeah.
And we got Case across, so now we're gonna get Jayce across doing the same thing. Gonna walk his bike around the point and help each other out.
So get up to there.
Case is up there, he's gonna be a spotter.
Push it around.
This is where the clutch control is real critical. Y'all seen that video of that guy in Colorado that loses his control of his clutch and takes his bike right off the cliff and falls down to the river like 100 feet. So working on your clutch, these type of scenarios is just critical.
Right here, we'll just get it up so the back tire's up, then you get them walk around.
And if you like cliffy stuff, you should check out the Clear Creek Trail. They had a lot of exposure, tight trails like this that you had to be on your A game. A lot of rocky exposure too, so you had to be really comfortable using feathering your clutch the whole time.
So now that's good. You can swing it around, and then he should be able to get this on his own. Help him right there though when he goes up that spot. Yeah. There you go. Struggle's real. Perfect.
So I'm gonna hop on the bike and just show them what I would do in this corner here. I'm gonna shoot as high as I can. Just like kind of pop it up there as high as I can up on this side. That way I get my rear tire as high as possible. Then I can just pivot the front over and have a much better, cleaner line.
Look at that.
He's gonna get back on,
So when you go in these tight
and then he goes a little bit, and the rear tire gets stuck on this lip of the rock right there. And I tell him, you know, you can move the rear tire over, so move it over as much as you can. That is a lot easier now for that back tire to get over it. So now he's able to bump it up there. There it is. The bump gets it up pretty easy. Now it's time for me to go get my bike and get myself through. I imagine in a couple years that's not going to be there anymore. There's a couple places up the trail where the exposure is just so great, and you think how the rain washes everything away. Here's that spot. My bike leaned a little bit. Or Jayce caught it. Thanks, man. It would have. I think it would have fell in the trail still, but you know, that was a close one. Not gonna lie. So I'm gonna do the same thing with my bike. I get it as high as possible. That way, with the rear tire. That way, I just pivot the front over, and then it'll make a clean run up the rest of the way. There's a little step up coming in, and then pop the front wheel up, zap it over. This feels good when you make you clean an obstacle. There's another one, a little series of step ups. So you can go straight in the middle and just use it as a kicker. So that's what I do, just pop right off the center of that, pop right over. All these little step ups, they'll get you. Not just hitting just right, you know, lose your momentum. Look at Jayce up there. He's gonna be doing the dog leg. His leg hanging out. And these little, when you miss, this was a big step up. You just rock the bike back, give it a little bump, get over, no problem. Alright, coming up is one of the harder obstacles to get through, this little rock section here. I've gone left, I've gone right, and I'm going to try the middle this time. So, I think if you went to a little right, just hit the main slabs, it'd be a clean run up there. So next time I do this, I'm going to go just a little bit more right of where I was and just not stop, just go all the way up. But I was able to get up, not too hard. If you get up far enough and then you're able to just rock back, bump that back tire over, that's the way to do it. So this part of the trail, a lot of people hike it because there's a waterfall up to the right, and then there's even a cave up here. And so this part of the trail, I mean, it beats you up with the rocks, but the brush is still kind of far away. And later on, there's not as many hikers or people riding through, and the brush starts really getting overgrown. There to the right, just off the screen, or just on the top right of the screen right there is that waterfall. There was water coming down it right now. But I've been here in the springtime, and it is a pretty big waterfall, pretty impressive. It's like a 300-foot drop. It's called the Salmon Falls. Yeah, right up there. You can see it's easy to get through here. The brush isn't really overgrown. Further up though, the brush is going to get really overgrown, and it's just going to be scraping your arms, trying to take off your goggles, and you're going to have to just put your head down and kind of plow through a couple sections.
Branch popped my goggle off. Doing fine. Just catch your breath. Don't rush it. Catch your breath.
Tight turn. It's a pretty steep drop off to the left there. And it's a little awkward turn, and it's got that rock right in front of the tire, so you're trying to pivot turn, but it's the right side of the bike's hitting the rock to your right, and then your front tire is stuck in the rock in front of you. A little work, you get around it though. That's a pretty good step down there, and then there's a step up coming right here. I'll hit.
Oh, you see that? That's a pro move right there.
See, the brush is getting tighter. It gets a lot worse. The brush really gets thick. Now there is poison oak up here, so I have gotten poison oak too from this ride. So
See, like I was saying before.
now right here, this is you cut the corner
so
too
aim
much.
for the outside corner and then cut in.
So I'm telling them,
So we try to cut these corners.
go
Just
wide
go
on the
wide
corners, and then
cut.
it's much easier to go wide and then cut back, especially with that big rock there in the left. So go wide, then cut
There you
in,
go.
and then you got a clean line. That's what I do. Remember is it Max Gearston? He said that in one of his videos, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna start trying that out, and it's true, it works. Fun section coming up. I call it the saddle because it just has this little dip, and going both ways, you just got to have some confidence and get through the dip. The bike will do it, so just pick your line and let the bike do its thing.
Yeah, right here. So if you aim for the middle, it'll make it, so you just go for it.
You got this little group of rocks, you got to get over that, go down, it gets flat, and then you got to hit the other group of rocks on the other side. So if you just have that confidence and let your bike do its thing, stand up, the bike goes up, no problem.
You can see his tire mark going up there. Aim for that. Yep. That's it.
Nicely done.
I
stole my bike, of course. Well, let's go. Let's do it. Hit it, Georgie. Told you, just go right up that sucker. Just let the bike do its thing.
Yeah, Case, he fell right there, and he hit the point of the rock. He could have fell further, but he hit right there.
Yeah, we were coming back. Last time I rode here with Case, and we were coming up, and he fell off to the right there. He fell down and hit his head on that rock down there. Luckily, he didn't fall a little bit further, because if he was a couple feet over, he would have fell another 20 feet more. So that was a close one. This is a gnarly section here. Yeah, right to the left. See that rock sticking right there on the left? He fell down there. If he was up a little bit, a couple more feet, would have fell a lot further. There's a good little hill climb here.
Get it.
Straight into a hill climb. This is Rincon. It's just one obstacle after another obstacle. It's hard enduro. This is a fantastic hard enduro trail. You're gonna go up, and it gets soft, and then it's got these tree roots that come out. And you just gotta hit those tree roots right here, real soft. There's a root, and then hit the other side. But once you get past that, you're down in this rut. Now you can just tractor the bike up, and it gets good traction at this point. At this point, Jayce was starting to get wore out, because he was really struggling quite a bit, and he just getting really wore out. So Case is helping him out, getting the bike up. The bike isn't jetted right for this altitude, and it was popping a lot and then losing a lot of power. So I think it's running way too rich, because it just was bogging like crazy. Here's the part that everyone leaves out of their video. When your buddy helps, when you go down to help your buddy out, then you're the one stuck climbing back up the hill to your bike. It just wears you out. Oh my god. It's steep. The camera doesn't show you how steep it is, but these little hikes, no, they just wear you out.
It's all good conditioning training.
coming up to another little tricky section. You got two line choices. You can go left or right. And left is right on the side of the cliff, and it's real rocky, so you got to maintain your balance. Or you can go right, and there's a big step up to go right. But if you have your speed, I go right here, hit the step up, boom, now you're up and over. So that one on the left, I was riding with my buddy Nate here one day, and he lost his balance, and he went over the cliff there.
Man.
And I thought he was gone. I'm like, oh my god, he just died. And luckily, there was like a tiny little ledge just on the outside of it, and he was stuck on that ledge. It caught him. So another lucky fall on this trail. I'm telling you, the Rincon trail it pulls no punches. It'll knock you out. So you gotta have your A game here. Right after that, you got a nice little steep hill climb here. So it's a little bumpy, but you just hammer down, let your momentum carry you up. It's not too big a problem. It does have another little step up here, a little wedge you got to get through. So you get through that little wedge area right here, and then you got to hit this hill climb. Got through it. Wasn't pretty, but made it. And a win's a win in my book.
This is the hard hill climb. Well, Jayce, if you thought it was hard, it's about to get a lot harder.
Yeah, I'm going to say this is the hardest part of the trail here. Technically, not the hardest, but it's just a hill climb, zig and zagging, really soft terrain. Your back tire digs in really easy. You got boulders that you get caught up on, and having to push your bike, rock back, push your bike, finding a different line, and it's still pretty steep. It just wears you out. You're exhausted by the time you get done with this hill climb here.
Control.
I think I'm going to try this middle line right here. It's not going to work out for me. It's really steep. Like you're at that teetering spot of the front tire coming off the ground. So I need to be a lot more forward. I need to be able to move my hips and my weight forward. I'm just not at that level yet. So every time I go, the front tire is just coming off
There we go.
the ground.
Clutch, clutch, clutch.
that looked too soft. So I'm gonna do this right split here, and it actually was pretty easy. There's a lot more traction. It looked readier, it looked worse, but the traction was there, so that made it easier. And it looks like I'm struggling, but I'm letting the bike do most of the work. Just kind of feathering the clutch, tractoring it up. So they're still struggling on the left there because it's so soft. This is fun to watch, though. I enjoyed watching them learn how to work together as a team, getting their bikes through. That was awesome. I know people are probably going to hate me because they're like, oh, you're destroying the trail. I'm like, these trails are already really rutted out, and there's just no easy way to get up them.
That's fun. Still have a root you got to jump over here.
Alright, made it to the top. Now it's time to go back down. So Rincon is a series of hills or mountain climbs. So you go up the mountain, then you got to go down. Then you're going back up another mountain, then down. Then up another mountain, then down. I think that's why it makes it so hard. There's no like flat, just a easy section. You're constantly hill climbing or constantly going down. So on the downhills, we're practicing riding with the engine off. I know that the pros on the really steep stuff, they'll just turn their engine off, and steep technical stuff, turn the engine off and use their clutch as a rear brake. So that's what I was teaching Jayce what to do.
Yep, still coming down. We're in stealth mode. Engine's off. Remember, slow and in control, Jayce. You see the pros do this all the time. You'll see them all turning their bikes off on the really steep stuff. Grabby with these bushes.
Coming up here's a good little rocky section. We're going to be crossing a creek. This creek's a dry creek, but it's still got some little boulders here, and these boulders move on you on the bottom, and then you got a left turn. Jayce was there usually the normal routes. I'm going to go a little bit high above him and then turn left, and then you got the chute across, and it's pretty rocky getting across, and there's a little uphill climb, and this one you just gotta carry your momentum up the rocky climb here. I'm gonna wait for Jayce. He's coming up, and he's gonna get his front tire is gonna be on the base of this rock here, and this one of those classic where your back tire's on the lip and your front tire's on the lip. And I was trying to tell him to angle his front end over. And if he had his pivot turns down, he could pivot, do a left pivot. But he got up. Like the kid's awesome, and he just got up anyways. Old guys, we overthink stuff too much. Here I am just shooting up here. It was rocky, but as long as you had your momentum, trust the bike got it done. Here's Jayce coming up now.
Or sit on the seat. There we go. Good.
Where's it going now? Oh, that way?
Yeah, yeah.
Right on, Jayce. Jayce is so good, man. He's fearless. He's young, and he just not gonna take no for an answer. He just keeps on plowing through. I'm doing some pivot turns here. I can do a 180 pivot when I'm on flat ground, but I can't do it when it matters on the trail. I can do a quarter turn pivot. It's my best on a trail. I need to get better at it. All right, let the beat drop. Let's go.
take control. Don't let the downhills get away from you. This ain't a race, so race day you can do something different. The more you practice controlling the bike, the more natural it's going to be when you go to race day.
Jayce got himself stuck in the bush. He kind of darted to that bush. So I made the pass. Got around him.
Oh yeah, another rocky section.
I love these little rock garden sections. Makes you think about how to get through it, you know? Like a puzzle. You gotta figure out how to, ooh, nice pivot turn. Figure out how to get through the rocks.
Oh, Jayce just tackled his own bike. Just take a breather.
I'm on purpose leaving every time Jayce falls. Today I'm gonna make a drinking game out of this video. Every time you fall, you gotta take a drink. I think it's gonna be great. Bushes really get right in your face. So I did this at night one time, and riding it in the day, yeah, at night would be a really bad option. I didn't bring my clear goggles, so I had my tinted goggles, and after a while I couldn't see anything. I was like, this is ridiculous. Well, I didn't start at night. Oh, that got me right in the nose right there.
Right over there.
That branch, see that branch? It just stabbed me right in my left nostril. I wear my goggles now because I learned this night ride I did. I had my goggles up and I got stabbed right in my eyeball, and it hurt so bad. I thought I lost my eye. I had to close my eye, and I just was riding for the next 15 seconds because I had some speed. I was riding like the next 15 seconds with my eyes shut, hitting the brakes, pulled over, and I was just holding my eye, and I thought I lost my eyeball, but I didn't. But my riding was bad. I was still a couple miles from the truck, so I had to ride with one eye closed the entire ride back, and it was just tearing up. It was my left eye. My left eye was just tearing up the whole time. Here's a tight little spot. There's a little poison oak to the left right there. Next time, that rock there on the left, I'm just gonna go right over the top of it. I don't know why I didn't do it there. Should have made the run.
probably.
Here's Rincon's only log crossing, which is a little
probably good,
sad.
so you most
If
likely don't
Rincon had a bunch more logs, I would definitely put this at a 9 because this, I love crossing logs, and logs just
there's a tree.
complete the hard enduro. You know, you gotta have some logs when you do a hard enduro. That's the only one. They cut them up, you know. People come and cut the logs out of the way. Which I let them, you know. I'd prefer, especially the hard enduro. You gotta keep them in there. Just leave them lay.
Oh, you squeezed. Oh man, that was a tight.
Yeah, the brush gets really bad right through here. Just gotta put your head down and plow through it. Yeah, the bushes just are tearing you up, man. It's gonna get thick. You're gonna have to head down, put your head down, and just kind of bulldog your way through this bush section.
Oh no!
It's just
Never grown.
so thick.
Not a lot of people.
It's
go
gotta
to
be all
fly,
new
yeah.
growth, because I don't remember it being so bad last time. So we're coming up to the cave. It's Pack Saddle Cave, and it's like halfway on the lower end of the Rincon Trail. Got this secret little entrance right to the left right here. So you park your bike here and walk through the bushes right there.
Here, it goes to that cave.
You got about I don't know, quarter-mile hike, and it's all, well, you got a little downhill, but you got this uphill hike that wears you out. But it's a really cool cave. It's really pretty big, actually. So I think it's worth the hike if you haven't done it before.
That's the entrance up there. You see it?
Where?
Up there.
Oh.
So we made it to the entrance of the cave, and it doesn't look like too much when you first get there, but it actually opens up pretty big, and it goes back quite a ways. I haven't been all through it, but it keeps going.
All the way. It doesn't go that. Doesn't go too much farther. Hey, look over here real quick. Get it. Picture. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Got it. It's pretty sick, huh? Going through the cave. Keeps going?
Yeah.
Oh.
You have to like go on your knees.
Alright. That's good enough.
I think I just screwed your knees open.
Look at all these fuckers.
That's what he's doing right now.
Look at it.
Alright, back on the bikes. Let's get back to riding here. The cave's pretty cool, so I do recommend if you got the time and the stamina to go do that, check it out. But let's get back to riding here. We still got a long ways to go to the creek or the halfway point. There's a campground there with that little creek you got to cross. And I've camped there before. It's really nice. And from there you can hit the upper Rincon portion, which is still hard, so we'll have to make a video on that one too. But for now, enjoy the rest of the ride, and I'll see you at the end.
Dig a hole. Yeah, it's a little bump. Yeah, a little momentum. Bump it up that. There you go. Oh, oh, oh! Oh, that's a good one on camera. Ah, oh my God. Should probably. Alright, stay in control. In control. It's good. Gotta take wide every time.
I know, I tried, but then my tie got stuck on that and it kicked in.
Alright, one more. Alright, you're good. I'll hop on. There you go. Pivot turn up to the left. I just say that to point out how many times you can use it, you know. Jayce went off right there. Somebody did. Almost there. Another 100 yards. Oh man. Okay, it's like fitting you.
Stupid falls like this.
You got
Could've just... Oh,
Maybe.
oh, almost just had a fat cramp.
Take your time, take your time.
Alright, we've come to the halfway point of the Rincon Trail. And we've done what I consider the lower half. This is Brush Creek. So you get to Brush Creek, you have your picnic lunch there, and then you'd hit the upper half from here. Now there is a parking lot about a mile up the trail still on the road. And you can camp, there's campgrounds here if you want to camp, which would be really cool. I've slept in my truck overnight here. A little too rough for the RV. I'd have to park that up at the parking lot.
They got a little bridge over there.
But the creek is nice and cold, so if you're hot, you just dip your head in the water there. Proud of the guys. And with that, we're going to bring this video to a close. We turned around here, went back to the truck. It was a struggle all the way back. I got cramps in my thighs and my abs. It was couldn't wait to get back to the trailer. Anyways, we'll see you on the next ride.
I used my clutch.
Till then, get out and ride and get some. You.